My name is Ryan Sheehan. I've been a police officer here in Glendale Heights for about 18 years. And I'm currently assigned as the school resource officer for Queen Bee District 16. I went to Western Illinois University, go Leathernecks. And then I was a community service officer for a short time at a local suburban police department. And then I was hired by Glendale Heights. Ever since I was young, it had to be around the 5th grade for DARE. I still remember growing up, Officer Erickson would come in and I just looked up to him like he was a hero and just always wanted to be type of hero and something in some capacity that I could help out others. So I've always strived, and ever since I can remember, I've always wanted to be a police officer. I like making an impact on someone's life, and we tend to do that as police officers. Anytime somebody calls 911, they're always calling or asking for help, or always in some capacity to where I can provide assistance to them. And doing that is very meaningful, at least for me. I mean, I love it here. I mean, Glendale Heights is great. I mean, every day coming into work, it's something different. Not everything's always the same. We definitely do have a diverse work group, being the men and women that make up the police department. Everybody always walking through here, I mean, it's all smiles sometimes. Everybody's always in a good mood. At least I find that. I find that, you know, it's small. I mean, we're like a mid-sized police department, which is great. We're not something so big, we're not something so, you know, little. In a big police department, you almost seem like you get lost in the mix of just everybody else. And here, you're there and people see you and you see them and they get to know you and you get to know them. I mean, this is a career. I mean, you're gonna be here for the next 20 plus years. I mean, it's a family, you know. Glendale Heights has made me the officer that I am today. Whether it's been through having a person that I look up to through mentoring, somebody showing me the ways, or you know how it's done, allowing me to go to training, especially in the position that I'm in. Every aspect, they've always allowed me to grow to the person, to the police officer that I am today. Or like when somebody comes up to you and they thank you for, you know, they were having a bad day or something and you dealt with them, or you know, were able to help them on their worst day, and then they come up to you a few weeks later or maybe a year later, hey, I remember you. I just remember my wife and I were at the hardware store, and we're in the door department or the lumber department, and we're looking at doors, and all of a sudden I hear Officer Sheehan, and I turn to look and I see like the manager, and I look at my wife and I look at the manager, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, hey, you know, I just want to say thank you. And you're like, okay, well, thank you for what, you know? I don't remember him. He's like, well, you know, a few years ago you arrested me, and I just want to say thank you. And I'm like, I didn't really quite click on until later about what I had arrested him for. And he just, you know, it was nice to get that, you know, I know why you did what you did, or I know why, you know, this happened for a reason. And I just want to say thank you, because it seemed like it really did have an impact on his life to where he is now. And, you know, later turning to my wife, I was, you know, I was happy for him to where I can, you know where he is now, or where which led him to. Going in there and providing assistance, providing advice, being a mentor, especially in the schools, that's always something that I always take away and always find great to be a police officer, why it is to be a police officer.